Hello everyone, it's me again, Steedoj here, back to more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and as you can see, yes, we have a bunch of new patch notes for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So without further ado, I'm going to go from the top all the way to the bottom. You guys can just start by leaving a like on the video and let me know what's your favorite change in this video by the time we come through to all of them. So, first change in the game. Changes and adjustments to related game modes, and these game modes are obviously the episode battle and the custom battle. Now what they've done is that along with the adjustment of the battle system, the balance of some stages has been adjusted. So some stages in story mode is going to be harder, some stages are going to probably be easier. Custom battles, due to the adjustment of the battle system, this means that again they're changing the game a lot. If they're changing the game so much that they have to justify custom battle and story mode, that must mean that these balance changes must be quite heavy. The balance of some battles are, again, easier or harder, and they've added more, 2D cuts and text features for custom battle modes. That's pretty cool. Now, changes and adjustments to the related functions. Battle rules. Total DP in offline battles, player matches, and Tenkaichi Budokai and training DP can now be selected from 10, 15, 20. This is very good because in Tenkaichi 3 we had 20 DP be the max, I believe. I do believe 20 DP was the max option, but in Sparking Zero we've only able to have like 15. We couldn't make it higher or lower. So finally we could change it. That's very cool to see. And modified so that the last setting is maintained even after the game ends. So the game will remember the settings you've left on last time rather than just resetting every single time, which is really annoying to redo every time. But yeah, now we don't have to worry about that. And character selection screen added the display switching function. So it's probably an easier way to view multiple characters at a time or see both the teams at the same time now. But again, these changes happen tomorrow because this is the patch for the DLC that comes out early access tomorrow for most people, or just much later in the day for some people as well. Optional. The sound quality of some fighting sounds can be switched, so you can actually change the quality of some fighting sounds. I'm not sure if this means you'll be able to change the hit effects to sound like maybe classic Dragon Ball Z hit effects, or maybe make them anime accurate hit effects, or maybe make sound effects from DBS show up for certain attacks. I'm not sure, but can't wait to see how that looks. And we have some changes and adjustments to the battle system. So remember, the battle system is what's making them change custom battle and the episode battle so much. So everything we see here, this will probably be most of the patch notes. Other than like character patches, this will be most of it. So here we go. Short dash. They reduced the speed of the short dash backwards, so it's harder to get away from people if you're short dashing away from them. And they shortened the stiffness time when activating Dragon Dash during a short dash. I'm assuming this is a rough translation for the recovery. Stiffness would be, the lack of ability to move. So I'm assuming this is, reducing the end lag of the recovery when you go from Dragon Dash to short dash. And for the high-speed Dragon Dash, the reception of time for advanced inputs has been adjusted so that it's easier to connect with rush fights, I'm guessing they mean rush attacks, when arriving near the opponent. Reduce the time required to charge to the maximum in a smash melee during a high-speed Dragon Rush. Oh, that's actually really cool. So if you're Dragon Dashing towards someone and you're charging up a smash attack, it'll actually take less time for it to reach full power, rather than how long it normally takes, which is, ages. Adjusted so that even if you're manipulating the trajectory while using a high-speed Dragon Dash, you'll eventually reach the front of the opponent. Okay. So, I think they mean that you'll reach the enemy quick. I'm not sure if this is a rough translation for when you go around to the other side to attack an enemy, or if this is just catching up to an enemy, but this is pretty rough translated, so I am not sure what could be said about this. The Z Burst Dash reduced the amount of energy consumed when activated and changed the specification to consume energy according to the distance traveled after the activation. So Z Burst Dash, now it takes energy based on range. That's actually pretty interesting. Okay, because Z Burst Dash was nerfed heavily. It was nerfed super heavily at one point, where it took like 3 bars just to do it, but now it's going to be based on range, which is very nice to hear, because it means that if you want to do it to catch an enemy at close range, it won't take 3 bars just to catch a guy who's like zoning you out or spamming you from like a kind of close range. You won't take 3 bars. So now it's actually dependent on range, which is very cool to see. And melee attacks in general. So melee attacks now just give you more energy when hit, increased amount of energy recovery when hit. Do they mean when you're hitting enemies or when you're taking hits? Either way, you'll gain more ki for someone taking damage. And they've also adjusted the attack to make it harder for opponents to shift the direction of the attack immediately after using the step. Adjusted the attack to make it harder for opponents to shift the direction of the attack. Do they mean it'll be harder to recover after doing an attack from a step? Like if you do a step and then you go in for a melee, will it be harder for you to recover so that way enemies can actually punish you if they notice that you missed your step attack and now it's, now it's their turn? That's actually very interesting to see. Step was buffed massively in like the last few patches. So I'm wondering how many patches are going to pertain to the step system in general. Steps and Ki Blasts. Ki Blasts and steps were buffed a lot, so I'm curious to see where we are now. Either way, rush in. Fixed the phenomenon that when using rush in to rush fighting, some guards were pinched. I am not sure what that means. I think what they mean is that when you're doing a rush in attack, there was a high chance the enemy could just block your attack randomly in the middle of like while you're beating up the enemy, even if they don't block at all or block in the right direction, they would just end up guarding your next attack. This happened to me way too damn much, so I'm really happy to see that. We also have the rush derivation. Oh my god. Son Goku Super self... Oh, so Ultra Instinct Goku and Whis can now activate rush derivation even when rush fighting is being automatically avoided. What does that mean? The ability to dodge rush attacks? Whis and Goku can now activate these attacks even when... These are rough translations, so I'm not sure. But I think it means that Ultra Instinct Goku and Whis can now just dodge attacks even when rush fighting is being automatically avoided. Or maybe they can now throw back hits while dodging. I'm not sure if this is Haki a buff or a nerf for Whis and Goku. But it sounds like Whis and Goku will be able to do even more. So UI Goku is going to be even more top tier than he was before. Unless if they nerfed his charged Ki Blast exploit. We'll have to see when we get there. But that's very interesting. Whis and Goku buff. And Smash Fighting. Adjusted. This is obviously Smash Attacks. They mean Smash Attacks. So Smash Attacks. Adjusted to make the connection smoother when using Smash Attacks during a rush attack. Oh, so if you try to transition from a rush attack to a smash attack, it should be easier now, which is good because it was kind of weird to do sometimes. I don't really like that. So obviously, yeah, rush attack is being automatically, but that's so I still don't get that Whis Goku buff, but I'm curious about it. And we also have Rush Ki Blast. So that's obviously when you do normal Ki Blast, right? So Rush Ki Blast. They reduce the amount of damage in Rush Ki Blast. Okay, I was going to say. Ki Blast and Sparking Zero are actually majorly strong. I didn't have a problem with them being that strong because honestly in most Dragon Ball games they're just worthless. Especially in Xenoverse 2 where they're only used for like an exploit. But they did do a bit too much damage. The higher you get DP wise, the way more aggravating it became to just like suck down so much damage from these Ki Blasts on these characters. But yeah. They've also enhanced the correction that reduces the amount of damage when hit continuously. Ah, okay, so Ki Blasts do less damage in general. But when you're getting hit by multiple Ki Blasts, they've adjusted it so that way the enemy does even less the further you get into the Ki Blast combo. Okay, that's interesting. And the same with Smash Ki Blast. They reduce the damage of the shotgun type of Smash Ki Blast. Okay, the reason why they did this is 100% because of SSJ4 Gogeta. SSJ4 Gogeta, especially in the tournament we had, the big world tournament. He would run up to someone and hit them with a charged Ki Blast, and it would do like 7k, 8k damage on its own. That's ridiculous. And Blue Evolved Vegeta is another character that did way too much damage with his charged Ki Blast, but we see how it is. Son Goku Ultra Instinct. Oh, they nerfed his Ki Blast. Let me see. His charged Ki Blast can now be repelled. Thank God, thank God. No more UI Goku spam. Now, unfortunately, I don't think this addresses the fact that if he hits you once, the rest of the hits will still combo. This just means that now in neutral, you can just reflect his Ki Blast, which is cool. But I don't think this changes the fact that if you get hit by one of his charged Ki Blast, you'll get comboed into the rest. Because the reason why you got comboed into the rest wasn't because they were unblockable. They're just so damn quick, right? They're guaranteed combo. So UI Goku, he did get a slight nerf, but you'll still get hit by his charged Ki Blast in giant combos. And keep in mind, they didn't reduce the damage of his charged Ki Blast. Let's see. Increased the energy consumption on unblockable charged Ki Blast and increased the stiffness time after firing it. Well, UI Goku didn't have an unblockable charged Ki Blast, so unblockable charged Ki Blasts now have a longer recovery after firing them. I can't remember which charged Ki Blasts were the unblockable ones. Maybe just the Destructor Discs? Yeah, maybe like the Destructor Discs, and that's it, right? But UI Goku, he did get a slight nerf, but he's still going to be a problem. So keep in mind, oh my god, his charged Ki Blast is as strong as it is, and then also he got a buff to his dodge, or his rush attacks while he's dodging. I'm not sure. So UI Goku is going to be disgusting. He's going to be absolutely gross in this next update. I'm kind of worried. Again, these are all rough translations. You guys let me know what you think in general about all the things you've seen so far. But I'm just curious to see how crazy UI Goku is going to be. Identification is no longer possible to judge when guard is rigid. Okay. The reception time for the pursuit after successful identification has been relaxed. Okay, identification is definitely a rough translation for something. Increase the energy consumption at the moment of activation. Oh, do they mean perception? Identification perception? That's probably what it means. It's no longer possible to judge when the gauge is rigid. The reception time for the pursuit after successful perception has been relaxed? I'm not sure. Increase the energy consumption at the moment of perception, maybe? Increase the skill stock required to use it against smash attacks and... Yeah, okay. This is a perception nerf, I think. So it takes longer for perception to trigger, I think. It takes more energy for just spamming it. And when you use Perception now against any attacks, it takes 2 skill counter rather than 1, which is good because Perception was a Gale of Gel free card. So I'm glad that it's actually affecting people who are using it non-stop, because it was actually busted. It's been broken forever. People don't even block in Sparking Zero, they literally just Perception. It's actually bothersome. We'll see if this is enough or if Perception is still such a broken mechanic that even now it's going to be an issue. But I think this should probably fix it. If they made this like longer for Perception to activate, that's good, because Perception being a frame 1 activation was ridiculous. It was absolutely stupid. So I'm glad to see that it's been affected. And Super Discernment, I have no idea what that is. The buff effect when playing Blast, well, Blast on One Punch Man, has been adjusted upwards. Effect size increase, effect time extension. Do they mean Blast 1 skills have been buffed? The effect, okay, let's assume this is Blast 1 skills. The buff effect when playing Blast has been adjusted upwards. They've increased the effect size and the time of the effect. When playing Blast, a small amount of energy is restored. I'm not sure what that means. Do they mean when reflecting super attacks with Super Perception? That might be what they mean. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see, because again, rough translations, really tough. We don't have the English translations yet. Blast. Reduce the amount of damage when hitting Blast and Ultimate Blast while the combo is continuing. Oh, so Supers and Ultimates do less damage in combos now. I mean, they've always done less damage in combos, but they're going to do even less now. And reduce the amount of damage when hit by a blast in a row. I'm guessing they mean multiple blasts in a row. So if you hit someone with, like, I don't know, the Beast Kick. Let's say you're an instant sparking, right? If you hit someone with the Beast Kick, then hit them with the first super afterwards, the Demon Ray. They'll do less damage when the Demon Ray actually connects them, because they've been hit by 2 super attacks now. So they've adjusted super attack spam a lot, especially when it comes to Broly. Broly would grab you, then transform and get all of his ki back, and then hit you with another super attack, which was guaranteed to happen. So that's been heavily nerfed, which is good to hear. Auto Reflect. Only characters with DP 7 or higher can now activate Auto Reflect. Oh, okay. So not everyone in the game can now automatically reflect Ki Blast when they're in sparking, but only characters with DP 7 and higher. So DP 7 characters especially, this is a massive buff for DP 7 characters, because DP 7 characters like Super Saiyan 3 Goku and stuff, and now Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, right? They can all reflect Blast if they automatically touch them, but characters like Raccoon, those annoying bastards, characters like Raccoon will actually take the damage when they're supposed to. So that's actually very good to hear. That it's a good way to really cut a lot of those really OP instant sparking characters. You know, characters like Trunks with his charged Ki Blaster. Trunks had an unblockable charged Ki Blast, so that's actually been nerfed at least. That's good to know. Yeah, all those characters, they're gonna be a lot harder to get away with now, which is great to hear. And other. Only the first line of energy has been increased the automatic recovery speed. So the first bar of Ki, I believe, has increased recovery speeds, but that's only the first bar of Ki. Adjusted the behavior of the camera during battles between normal-sized characters and giant characters. Oh, we have new POVs for normals versus giants. Okay. Adjusted the game so that the throw is less likely to explode during mid-air combos during classic operation. What? Explode? Do they mean break? You're less likely to break a throw during a mid-air combo? Okay. During classic operation. They mean classic controls? I'm not sure. Adjusted time until it becomes possible to take a turn. What? Are we playing Pokemon? What is this? What do you mean take a turn? Again, rough translations. We don't know all of the secrets yet. Oh, here are some skills. Wild Sense. Ooh. Guys, now's the perfect time to leave a like. What have they done to Wild Sense? All right, let's see. Changing and adjusting skills. Wild Sense and After Image Fist. I'm guessing this is After Image Strike and other skills that automatically dodge the opponent's attacks. They're designed to be released if it's determined while the effect is activated. What does that mean? What does that mean? Wild Sense and After Image Strike, skills that automatically dodge the opponent's attacks, are designed to be released if it's determined while the effect is activated. Do they mean that you can waste Wild Sense now? If someone activates Wild Sense, if you hit them with a Ki Blast, you can waste it before they ever get the chance to dodge? I'm not sure what that means. I'm actually not sure what that means. Kale's Cry of Anger. This was the stun move, I believe, right? Increased for time of activation. Just that? Was Kale that OP? Kale is up there with Wild Sense and After Image Strike? I don't think Kale was... Hey, last time I checked, I don't think Kale was that OP. I'm not sure why they did Kale so dirty, but it is what it is. The Bandai Namco devs looked at all the problems in the game and said, UI Goku, Beast Gohan, Whis, Kale. Kale. We need to get Kale. All right, I see you. Blast adjustments and modifications. Unguardable blasting of explosive waves in general. Increase the speed of the Oh, no. Oh, I think they made explosive waves faster. Oh, no. Unguardable blast. Okay, so... Do they mean... Oh, they mean unblockable explosive waves. Oh, that's fine, then. Moves like Final Explosion and all that stuff, they were kind of bad. So them actually having faster expansion, hell yeah. That's what I want to see. That's a good buff. That's a good buff. So Final Explosion, the stocks are up, especially if you are Majin Vegeta, because Final Explosion should be like a borderline one-shot. Now, if you have 3 bars of health, I think it's just a one-shot. Now, so that's very, very cool. Majin Vegeta now has a better ultimate attack. And Final Explosion, Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta, that's going to go extremely crazy as well. So yeah, the unblockable explosive waves are better now. It's good to hear. And blasting of air bullets in general, increase the amount of damage. I'm assuming they mean rush volley attacks. Rush volley attacks probably do more damage. That's probably what that means. So, but I mean, the issue is that rush volley attacks are kind of bad in this game. If you get hit by one blast, you can just dodge the rest of them. So, I don't know if increasing the damage is the actual fix here, but, you know, we'll see what they do with it. Future Trunks' Final Flash. So, DBS Future Trunks, his Final Flash now takes more energy, but it doesn't do more damage. So it's going to be a 4 key ball super attack now. So I was going to say, because Galactic Gun and Final Flash costing the exact same key was kind of weird. You kind of just end up using the faster one of the two. But now Final Flash is actually stronger. So there's a good reason to pick it over Galactic Gun now. That's cool. And Super Trunks, his finished Buster now does do more damage. Very nice to hear. Whis' Symphony of Destruction, it's now possible to just dodge it. Okay, good. I didn't know that move was undodgeable before. You don't find enough Whis to know. Whis is a very strong character, but you just don't find enough Whis to know. So that's actually cool to hear. And now I think we're at the very end. We're at the character changes. So giant characters in general got a lot of changes. Let's go through all of these. So giant characters. They've reduced the amount of damage that giant characters just take in general from rush attacks and smash attacks. They've increased the recovery time when rush attacks and smash attacks are empty. I'm assuming when giants miss rush attacks and smash attacks, they have increased recovery time. And they've increased the amount of damage taken by melee attacks. What do they mean? They mean melee supers, right? Because giants don't... They just reduce the amount of damage they take. So I'm guessing they mean melee supers. Melee supers that work on giants now do more damage on giants. Okay. So Beast Gohan is even more overpowered. Okay, thank you. We needed that. Reduced the short dash speed backwards. So even giants have a shorter speed when it comes to running away from people. Okay. And Master Roshi, Hercule, and Yajirobe now have decreased energy recovery speed. So this means that you'll see them less. Which I guess is pretty good because Mr. Satan in particular, I know he's 1 DP and he's kind of bad, but he can charge up and just be really annoying. Just spamming his melee super, the Unguardable Bomb super. That move can be really tough to deal with if Hercule... And again, I know he's 1 DP. Oh, Steve, you must be joking. I'm being serious. In a close fight, Mr. Satan can actually be he can determine if you win or lose. He's actually crazy. So, yeah, I think that's a good change. And androids in general now... Wait, what? Wait, did androids not recover ki? What? Androids in general automatically recover energy during Z counters. The automatic recovery of energy is stopped. Which one's a Z counter? Perceptions? Is that Sonic's way? Which one's a Z counter? I don't know if this is a mistranslation or... Because Oh, the dodges. They mean when you're doing that weird thing where you keep just dodging each other and hitting the other guy and he dodges and... Okay, I think that's what they meant. Okay, that's what they mean. Wait, androids gain the key during that? That's hellish. That's evil. I didn't even know that. You see, they played so little, you don't even know that they have that secret gimmick going on. And androids in general, during Z search cancelling, the silhouette is not visible. Oh, you can't even see androids at all. So if you get hit by an ultimate attack or if your view gets obscured for too long, you can't see an android. You can't even see their silhouette, so you can't tell what object they'd be hiding behind. That's actually a huge buff. That's actually crazy. That's actually a good buff because now they can launch surprise attacks way easier and you'll have an even lower chance of finding them now. That's actually cool. That's actually very cool. UI Goku, here we go. Let me guess, another buff to UI Goku because he needs even more. Oh, whoa, oh, increased the cooldown time when trying to shoot a smash. Oh, okay. Never mind. The most damning part of UI Goku has been nerfed. Thank God. The UI Goku nerf I wanted to see. Thank goodness. They've increased the amount of time it takes for him to shoot another charged Ki Blast if he just shot a charged Ki Blast. So UI Goku spam, it's gone. It's gone. So they've nerfed his Wild Sense. They've nerfed his charged Ki Blast. They did buff his dodge. So that makes me curious on how he'll be. But keep in mind, with UI Goku having all of these things nerfed now, he's just the same level as Beast Gohan, and Beast Gohan is just still mega OP. So I don't know if this is that much of a nerf. We'll probably still see UI Goku everywhere, because he still has the automatic dodge, keep in mind. So he's probably actually still a better version of Beast Gohan, who knows, but that's a good nerf to see regardless, because I'm sure you guys remember from the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero World Tournament, when everyone gathered, one person won, and his character was Ultra Instinct Goku, and I don't need to tell you that there was a lot of charged Ki Blasts happening in that fight. So, yeah, it's nice to see that that's getting nerfed. At least more people will have fun when fighting UI Goku now. And Dr. Wheeler, they reduced his maximum skill stock. They hate Dr. Wheeler. What did he even do? Is Dr. Wheeler that crazy? I guess it's because he's a 4 DP giant character. He's pretty strong. Okay. Nappa. They've decreased his physical strength. What? Nappa's just weak now? What do they mean by decrease his physical strength? Nappa's just weak as hell? If I pass a barbell to Nappa, he can't lift it? He's just weak now? Screw it, Nappa. You're a human now. You're no longer a Saiyan. Okay. They did the same thing to Raccoon. Okay. I'm guessing physical strength means defense. Because they've done it to Spopovich as well. This means defense. Okay. I was so confused. I was like, wait a minute. Are these characters just normal human beings now? You hit them with one Ki Blast and they die? That was these rough translations can get really hilarious sometimes, man. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, so all the tanky characters, not all of them, keep in mind, just the low DP tanky characters now have their defense increased. So Raccoon is even weaker than he was before, and I'm very glad to see that because Raccoon, no matter what, Raccoon would be on like almost any team because he's so good as a character. He'd be on any team no matter what. But now he is significantly weaker, and that's good to see because we'll finally see some more team variety. The game will be less stale. Maybe it'll, you know, actually live longer this time rather than DLC 1, which like lost all of its hype in like 3 days because people went online, they fought an OP character, and they got bored and they left. So hopefully these are the changes that they need to save DLC 2. And it seems like Blue Gogeta, they've reduced the amount of damage that Blue Gogeta's Charge Ki Blast does and reduced its homing. Okay, I know his Charge Ki Blast was pretty OP. So that's a reasonable change. Hirudegan, they fixed the phenomenon that rush attacking hits even if the opponent is guarding. What? Could Hirudegan just phase through your guard? And Hirudegan was Obito for the longest time, and I didn't even know. He just phases through your block and just hits you? Again, these are rough translations. I had no idea. They put Obito in the game, and they just disguised him as another guy. We didn't even know. That's crazy. They have adjusted a few other things though. My Skyleg adjusted the hit position. If any of you can figure out what my Skyleg is, please let me know in the comment section. This has to be the scariest of the rough translations. What does my Skyleg mean? Does my come out of nowhere and kick you from the sky? Did Trunks have an assist this entire time? Throwing. Adjusted the phenomenon that the camera switches momentarily when activated to make it less likely to occur. I'm assuming this means that the camera acts in a less, you know, sporadic way when you throw people. I'm assuming. The usability and the operation stability have been improved for the game. Okay. This update is required to play online, obviously, and the internet connection is required for the update. Okay. So that's the end of the patch notes. Dragon Ball Sparking 0. I hope you enjoy 0. Oh, Dragon Ball Sparking. I hope you enjoy 0. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for these patch notes. These are quite the size. I think this is way more than we got when DLC 1 dropped. This is quite heavy. That's perfect place to end it. You guys, again, let me know what's your favorite patch of the entire video, because there was a lot of good ones here. I think my favorite patch is definitely the UI Goku nerfs and the Raccoon nerfs. I feel like Raccoon was unavoidable in certain instances, and UI Goku is just a really damn annoying character to fight. I feel like you see him more than goddamn Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta now. Wild Sense being nerfed in general is also great, but I count that as part of the UI Goku nerf because you always see it alongside UI Goku. So UI Goku nerf, Raccoon nerf, probably my 2 favorite parts. When it comes to my favorite buff overall, probably the Final Explosion one, because I like playing Blue Vegeta a lot, and I hated his ultimate because it just sucked, but now I can actually use his ultimate and get a lot out of it, so that's good. Those are my favorite parts. You guys let me know what your favorite parts is, and I think that's a good place to end the video. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Great Loot Sports channel, and leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next, amigos. I do love you all. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Love you all, and that'll be it. Take care and peace.